Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day. And today's video is something I was a little bit like, should I film this? I don't know. And then you guys told me yes, so I immediately started filming with it. And today we are reviewing the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette. So this product retails for $35. It is from Lunar Beauty, which is Manny MUA here on YouTube's makeup brand. I cannot talk today, but I've tried their highlighter, Mercury, which we're going to use later. I have all their eyeshadow palettes except Strawberry Dream, which matches this one, so maybe I should pick it up, but I don't really use pinks. I don't know. And I love their formula, so today we're trying the blush palette. This has 6 shades in it, 5 mattes, and 1 glowy shade. Look at this packaging. I love the aesthetics of this brand. I think it's the most beautiful packaging of all time. Today we're going to swatch them. We're going to swatch them individually on my hands. We're going to try them on the face. We're also going to do a little eye look together with it. So without any further ado, guys, let's dive right on in. Alright guys, so before we get started with the palette, if you are not subscribed to my channel already, I'd greatly appreciate it if you did that. It'd be really cool and I'm very grateful if you do that. So this is the Moon Prism palette by Lunar Beauty. I have to say, like every single time Manny releases something from Lunar Beauty, it is the most beautiful aesthetic. I love the moon themes. I love all that. Even his like highlighters, I have one. I bought it when I got the Greek Goddess, I believe, because I bought that one afterwards. Yeah. And it's the most beautiful packaging in the world for his products. I love it all. And this one is no exception. This retails for $35. It's available on Lunar Beauty's site, which has Afterpay, as well as on Sephora's website. So $35, you get 6 full-size blushes in here. I will say that I like this works for every skin tone, but I don't feel like the all-inclusive blush palettes always work. There should be like a lighter one and then a darker one. If you're somewhere in the middle, you can kind of pick which one will work better for you. Because for me, these 2 shades are like real dark for blushes, and then for some people this is gonna be way too light for a blush. So I feel like I love blush palettes because I love mixing shades together without opening a whole bunch of stuff, but at the same time not everyone can use every single shade, you know? Hope that makes some sense. But these are the colors up close. It's so cute. Now there are 5 different matte shades in this palette, as well as 1 glowy blush. He said that he doesn't really wear glowy blush. That's why there's only 1 glowy blush in here, because he knows we do, which I appreciate him staying true to what he uses himself. But let's go ahead and get started with some swatches of these. Now, my face and neck are way lighter than my hands. You know, that's just how it goes. I apologize about that. What is this? But let's get started with the first one. This first one is called Pink Moon, which is a beautiful baby pink kind of shade. It just disappeared on my hand. It disappeared. This is what it looks like on the finger, which we can see, and then when I rub it on the hand, it's very subtle. So that's 2 swatches. I don't know what I'm doing with the lighting situation in this video. I'm probably gonna have my lighting not as bright as normal, so you can see it, but you can see it. It is a very subtle light pink blush. This reminds me of like an Urban Decay blush that I can't remember the name of, a very muted version of it, and I think it's a very soft matte formula for that one. So the next shade in this blush palette is called Twilight, and it is more of a orangey tone. Now I've been really into orange blushes lately. I always feel like I can't pull them off, but then when I try an orange blush, I'm like, oh, this just looks so naturally pretty, even though I'm like super pink, you know, in real life. But this is the next one, the orangey blush. Again, very soft, like slightly satiny in texture, but with a very matte finish. This is what it looks like. And then 1 swatch out on the hand. This one's a lot more bold, but the other one is so fair and pastel that maybe that's why I didn't swatch as well, but this one shows up a lot better and it looks very pretty. So the last one on the top row is called Spacey. Now this is a brown, has a slightly kind of purpley hint to it. It looks like this. Let's see what it swatches out on the finger. I haven't used this color on my face. I haven't even swatched it, so this one is a brown with like some purple mauve-ish hues to it. That's how it swatches. Let me give it a second swatchity up here, try to build it up a little bit. It is a darker tone, so I am glad it's a little more buildable, because you start with something super dark or like, you know, a really intense red blush. it's hard to kind of come back from that. So when it's a darker tone, I do feel like it being buildable for a blush is way better than it would be for an eyeshadow swatch. I feel like swatching eyeshadow is so different because you're trying to get that true pigment color. But when you're working with blush, you slowly want to build. So this is this one. All right, so for the second row, we have our only glowy blush. This one's called Soleil. Y'all thought I was going to mispronounce that. But it's like a peachy, apricot-y glowiness. So it, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks very peachy, and then when you swatch it, the more of the pink comes through. So this is what it looks like on my finger, which is very pretty. And this is what it looks like swatched out. It's so smooth. So it looks very pink, and then on the outer edges where it's more blurred out, you can kind of see the yellowy gold coming through with it. A little bit of glowiness, and it's really, really pretty. It's not nearly as intense, like highly highlighty as its highlighters, but it's such a soft, like really pretty glow to it. Now on the skin, I have tried this shade. I didn't see as much of the glowiness coming through as I did with the finger swatch right then, but for a glowy blush, it does swatch beautifully smooth. So the next shade is called Stargaze. It is this one. This is a very pretty blush color to me. I have a lot of these like pinks that are not like pink. Pinks have a little more cool tone, like a little bit more muted tone to them. So Stargaze is like a beautiful tone that I think most people wear as a blush. This is what it swatches like, and on the back of the hand, that's how it swatched the first one. Let me build it up a little bit. And that's the tone of Stargaze. It's really pretty. Like, I love that kind of tone where it's pink but a little more muted, so it's not like overwhelming, super exaggerated. I feel like that's a perfect everyday blush color, and it's one of my favorites in the palette. These two colors mixed together, so cute, or the blushy one on its own, really pretty. Am I biased? I know this is supposed to be a review, but I've already played with it, but I still haven't used it on my eyes or like compared shades on the cheeks, so I don't think it's bad that I've used it before, you know? It'd be more in-depth of a review if I tried it before than it would be a first impressions. Okay, so the last shade in the palette is called Gravity, and it's more of a staple, like, coffee kind of color. It's a brown. It has a couple very fine, like, little glitter reflex in it. This is what it looks like on the finger. And this one has less of that purple tone compared to the other brown shade. This one is more of a staple, kind of just like a cool toned, well, not really cool tone, more of a normal medium coffee kind of tone to it for a brown shade. And I don't know if you can tell, but there is baby little reflex of glitter in there. Very finely milled. It's not going to look like there's a bunch of glitter on the cheek, but it gives it a little bit of something to the blush instead of just a regular flat matte. Okay, now that we've swatched them out, let's try some on my face. This is a Real Techniques little cheeky brush. First shade I'm going to do, again, with the lighting situation in this video, I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to try and make it work. I'm going to dip into Pink Moon. Again, this is a very subtle pastel blush, but I'm going to try to just add a little color to one side and see if we can tell a difference. I can definitely see a difference in person. Okay, so this looks a little patchy. My contour is not the greatest today, but if you can see the tone of it, that's Pink Moon versus None. It's definitely there, and very pretty, but super subtle. I don't think this is gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's wearing so much blush, even though I did dip in here twice without kicking off the excess. Let's do the other side now with more of this Twilight shade, which is the orange. It picks up so much, but let's just buff this in. I do have a little bit of liquid highlighter under my powder too, if you see a little bit of glow coming through. So that's the Pink Moon shade compared to Twilight, which is definitely bolder. I think I need a little bit right here in the middle. I blend mine into my contour. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but we can definitely tell a difference. This is more of my everyday kind of color. It's a little, my contour is a little patchy on this side, so it doesn't look the greatest, but this is more of my normal shade, which is more subtle, and then compared to this, which is a lot more bold. I'm gonna tap off my brush on a paper towel, and I'm gonna go into Stargaze now and kind of build up this side because it is more subtle, and we can get a little more of that stargazy, more medium pinky tone to it. Whoa, girl, that's patchy. It does not perform patchy. It just, this side in general was already messed up, and I'm building up tons of blush on it. So this is this side with two shades. This is the one with the orangey shade. Kind of melted into the skin for a minute. So if I was looking like this and I didn't have it like focused on the side of my cheek that was really patchy under the contour, this would look good. That looks good. And then this side I think looks very nice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the glowy blush Soleil, which is gonna make this face exuberantly blushy, and I'm gonna add a little bit to both sides. Oh, you can so see it coming through. See, when I did my makeup on my desk, we're covered in blush today, I don't even care. When I did my makeup at my desk and I tried the Soleil shade, I was like, it's not like the most glow in the world, but really against these lights where I can actually see it, you can see a lot of glow coming through right here on the cheek, like right here, that I didn't see before. So it is a really pretty glowy blush when you see it in the right lighting. And I add a little bit to my forehead and under the chin just to bring all the blush together. This looks crazy. We'll blend it out. I put a little blush in my nose too, just because everyone else does it and I thought it'll be cute for a second. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do my eyes. Now I already have primer on my eyes and I set my crease. It's still creasing on me a little bit on my lid because I didn't set that part, but we're going to use the blush palette on our eyes too. So what I want to do first is I want to start out, did I grab a blending brush? Yeah. We're going to use a huge big blending brush. This is a BH Cosmetics V5, I think the name's wearing off of it. And I'm just going to do a really cute, like just effortlessly looking blushy thing. So if you don't want to buy another eyeshadow palette with pink tones in it, you can use a blush palette. So I'm going to start off with Pink Moon, which is the more pastel-y shade. And I'm just going to buff this over our crease. Now that we have the first shade going on, I'm going to deepen that up now with a little bit of Stargaze. And I'm going to tap a little bit into Spacey too. Tap off our excess and I'm just going to add to our crease. This is just going to be so just easy just to see how it looks on the eyes. Because I never use blush on my eyes. Like I never think about it. I have so many freaking eyeshadow palettes that I never think about multi-using products. And then there's some products I multi-use and don't even think to tell you guys that I do it. Maybe I should do a video on like multi-use products. I think I've been thinking about doing that for a while, but I always forget like to film it. Next for our crease, I'm going to add a little bit of Gravity. This is a little bit more kickback in the pan than I expected. And I'm just going to darken up our outer corner a little baby bit. This looks cute so far. Like it's so easy. Like if you were running out the door and you didn't want to grab an eyeshadow palette to like do your makeup at work, you could just use your blush. Of course, for the lid, I'm going to take Soleil, which is our glowy shade, and just buff it on with my finger. Really soft, apricot-y, pinky color. This is what that shade looks like on the lid. It's not a shimmer, so it's not like super, super bold, but it definitely has a nice little bit of to it. I hope that made some sense. You know, like a little bit of something there rather than just matte, which, and there's nothing wrong with having a matte lid, but I just never think to do it. So this is our lid, our upper eyeshadow. And for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take this big fat chunky shader brush and I'm gonna dip it straight into Stargaze mixed with Spacey and just buff it under lower lash line. Alright, now that we're nice and pinky, this is our eyeshadow moment. Super, super simple. I want to take a product that I was sent to review. This is the Becca Ignite Liquid Highlighter. In the shade Ignite. Oh, Acceptance. In the shade Acceptance. It's like a really cool, like, look at it. It's so, so pretty. Like, it looks pinky, then it looks like gold. I just wanted to try this. So let's take it on my finger. Oh, look how pretty. You can't even tell, it's so small. I don't want to take too much of it. They have a bunch of these shades, but this one looked light enough that I could probably just like get away with it. Also on like shoulders and body moment, this will be super pretty, I think. But let's see how it performs on the face. Because I know these kind of liquid highlighters, most people use it for the body. A lot of times I forget to put stuff on my body. I'd rather just put it on my face. This has a little bit of tackiness to it. So I know I had a little bit of highlighter on before, but this looks a lot more glassy. I'm going to add a little more. And this is about a blush palette, you guys, but like, it's pink, so we're adding it to this video too. It's so glowy. It smells nice too. It smells perfumey. Now that could be a bad thing to some people. I don't mind it. I'm gonna add a little bit to my Cupid's bow too. That looks so, look, it blends like effortlessly. It's a lot, right? I like it. Now, just for a little bit of extra something, we're gonna take our Lunar Beauty Moon Prism highlighter in Mercury. I wish she had an icy shade, like a silvery icy shade, but this one's so yellow. I'm just gonna tap this on top. We're gonna be super, super glowy and blushy today. Like an Instagram moment. I gotta set that tacky highlighter, you know, with a powder. It's so much highlight. You can't even tell on this side until you're like, that's a lot right there, Bridget. Why'd you do that? Okay, so this is this. I'm gonna pop on some mascara lashes, finish up my face. I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about the blush palette as a whole. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I think it came together so freaking cute. So this is our little eye moment up close. I think it's very pretty. I like it a lot. I also added some freckles because we have this little cute blushy, really highlighted blushy moment. So I wanted a little bit of something on the face as well. And I added, I went over with my powder brush just to tap down the excess products of the highlighter since we had liquid and a powder. And the blush I tapped over as well, so it looked a little more blended into the skin, and I think it's super pretty. I think everything worked together so nicely. I know we used 2 different blushes on this side, one and then 2 glowies, so I didn't know if it would actually look okay at the end, but I think it really did. So this is the finished look. I think it looks really cute as a simple eyeshadow moment. I love the way the blushes perform. I do wish, again, that there were a lighter and a darker version, just so everyone could use the entire palette that they buy, and there was maybe there was another glowy blush too, you know? Maybe get rid of, oh no, I really like, I don't know, they're both so different because you don't always want something purpley, but you need I wish there was a 9 pan with some more glowy shades too, because I love the glowy blush. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching today's video. I'll leave this product link down below if you want to pick it up. Thank you again so much. I am absolutely thrilled with how this look came out with. It looks so simple, so cute. And guys, have an awesome day wherever you are. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.